Hello, found footage fans, and welcome to We Found a Tape. Join us as we hit play and uncover what lies beyond the tape. Hello, found footage fans. Welcome to a brand new episode of We Found a Tape. And today, we're not going to be reviewing a film, but rather, I thought it'd be great for us to maybe showcase, because I know that both David and I have got quite a robust amount of physical found footage media lately. So I thought it'd be great for us to sort of show that off, talk a bit about it, talk about some upcoming found footage films that we're looking forward to, and just really the future and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll talk about some good stuff here, show off some stuff we've picked up, and I think it'll be a good little episode here just to kind of shoot the shit and just talk some found footage horror in general.
Hell yeah.
I think that'll be a good one.
For sure. Yeah, I it's been such a hellish week the last little bit. And just, I think, and I was talking to Serena about it, that she mentioned that Mercury is in retrograde and that impacts, technology and stuff like that. So I feel like that's just everyone's impacted by that probably. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think Mercury is in Gatorade too, so.
Hell yeah. But yeah, so it was my birthday in May, so I was blessed with some great found footage films for my birthday, and I also like to take trips into Toronto. There's a few movie stores out there that we'd like to go visit, some of which I have had quite good luck with finding random found footage movies or some really cool releases of found footage movies, and I've got some bangers to show, and some stuff, something it's better to go and visit like a physical media store. You may not find absolutely everything, and especially with found footage, it's really hard to find cool shit. So when you do find it, like, it's always super exciting. So there's some of these things that I found that I was just kind of blown away in the moment.
Yeah, and what I've learned, because we've got a few video stores here in San Antonio, and I would go to, we have a chain here called CD Exchange or DVD Exchange, depending on which one you go to, but it's all the same shit, right? They've got a small music selection, but bigger on movies and collectibles and all that stuff. And when I go in there, usually I'll just like skim the horror section and just kind of like see what I see. And this last time that I went, I kept going through it because like every time that I would go back to, because it's all alphabetical, I would notice something that I didn't see before. So I was like, well, wait a minute, let me backtrack and go to the beginning again and come back through. I found myself in that place for 2 fucking hours, dude. Like, my feet were hurting because I was in there so long. Like, I was hungry when I walked in there. I meant to go get something really quick and then just go get something to eat. 2 hours passed and I wasn't even hungry anymore because I was in there so fucking long.
I definitely know that feeling. There's a specific place in Virginia that we go to. It's called Second and Charles. There's a few actually that we've now been to, like one there, and then there's one on the way, like in Hagerstown, Maryland, home of Ellie Knight. Yeah. And we literally like stop in there. We'll go out our way to go there, and I've actually found a couple that I'm going to show like there. Well, one in particular, for sure. And you mentioned there you scroll through the horror section. One thing I've also found is that sometimes they will be put in like drama or science fiction. So if there's ever like a like those type of aisles, also check them out because you will find good stuff.
I did go down the science fiction section too, because or the sci-fi section, just because I was like, well, depending on the plot of the found footage movie, it might just get put somewhere like maybe The Visit would be like in Thriller or something like that. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I always check Thriller. Sorry, my cat just literally stabbed me in the leg. She does not like thrillers. She only likes horror because she's a black cat. So,
Makes sense.
yeah, Thriller's a good one. Drama, like honestly, something. I mean, most of the time you'll probably not be lucky enough, but sometimes you do get lucky, which I think is really, really fun. But oh yeah, please continue, David.
Yeah. So what I did find, I didn't pick it up, and I should have, but I did find What We Do in the Shadows, the movie, in the comedy section.
Oh yeah, that's a good shout. You didn't grab it?
No, I didn't grab it. I should have.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a real good one to have. We have the the family portrait that they do.
Oh yeah.
We have that in our like hallway.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I just recently saw that they're in the pre-production or pre stages of making a sequel to What We Do in the Shadows. I don't know how legit that is. You take what you take from the internet and see if it comes to life or not, and see what happens. But yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the show was so good. Like the show was really good.
I think it was the first season, because I've seen the first season and part of the second, but I never picked it back up because I keep watching too many things at one time. And I think it was the end of the first season where they were having a council meeting of all the vampires, and the original ones came back, and even Wesley Snipes showed up like in a cameo as Blade the vampire.
Yeah, it was good. Like they have a lot, and it's funny because he's on like Zoom, and
Right.
he's not actually there. He's on like Zoom, and like the connection's cutting in and out, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And then they had a lot of different like movie vampires in it. Like it was just wild, and they all played their characters, which was so funny. And yeah, it's a really good show. They pop up a couple of times. They're like elders in the in the show.
Okay.
So they pop up a couple of times as part of the council and stuff. Yeah, they're fun. It's always funny when they pop up because they're always just their typical selves. So.
Jesus, that's just funny, man. Yeah, I was like super like hyped when I saw Wesley Snipes pop up. I was like, what?
Yeah. So I sent these to you. I think I also posted on our story or whatever. But at one of the stores, I went to a place called Bay Street Video in Toronto, and it's a kind of more boutique place. They have a lot of like crazy like boutique label movies, special editions. Like some of the stuff it has like one of the biggest Criterion collections I've ever seen in my entire life.
That's exactly what I was going to tell you. Is it a Criterion collection?
Yeah, like it has all of like I think almost every Criterion on Blu-ray and DVD, which is pretty wild. So
break this down for me. What exactly is the Criterion collection?
So it's really just cinema that is like very critically acclaimed, and I think there's a scale specifically that determines the criteria for it. I'm not exactly sure of it. I'm pretty sure they have it on the website where you can like actually look and see like what, but it's like it has to have like a certain like film grade or like that sort of thing. It's like a technical thing for it to be considered Criterion.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I think Citizen Kane was the first ever Criterion film.
Who was it that told us that movie had like some found footage aspects in it? Was it was I think it was his name escapes me. What Happened to Susie, I think.
Oh, James Ersted.
James Ersted, yes. I think he was the one that told us about Citizen Kane.
Yes, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's good memory. Yeah, he mentioned that if you look at it through the lens, it's like almost like a faux documentary type style. If you really break it down,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's just revered as such a classic film. David Holtzman's Diary, I believe, is also a Criterion, which is one that heard about relatively recently. And then I know that we have quite a few Criterions. One of my favorites is Shallow Grave, which is a fantastic Scottish film made, and it's Danny Boyle's first feature. Who made 28 Days Later. So that was his first film. So he did Shallow Grave, and then I think he did Train Spotting, which is also Criterion. And then he did 28 Days Later.
So it sounds like it's like super artsy and at the same time like very highly regarded, like cult classic films, because Train Spotting is like that. It's got a following.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's definitely like commercially successful, but also sometimes in some cases it's not necessarily commercially successful. It's just the specs of it is really what defines it. And if anyone watching this is like, oh my god, these fucking found footage morons don't know what they're talking about, you're absolutely right. And if you have any insight into the Criterion Collection selection, then definitely enlighten us. I'm fairly certain that I've looked it up at one point.
And now that you mentioned that, I want to reiterate something we said in the beginning when we first started this podcast. We're by no means experts in the genre of found footage. we're fans just like you. We just watch movies. So we're just giving you our opinions on them. So,
For sure. Yeah. But in our in the time that we have done this, we have met many an expert, I would say, in terms of found footage that I think we've had some tutelage from, and we've learned a lot of cool things from.
Yeah,
which is always
absolutely.
great. We're always knowledge hunting.
I feel like with the amount of directors that we've interviewed, we could totally make a found footage movie with the knowledge that we've taken from these individuals, as far as like, they're just like wealths of knowledge, and they've learned as they've gone. They've made mistakes, and they've learned where they can zig and zag. So learning all that stuff, it's like the day that we decided we ever wanted to do a found footage movie, I think we do pretty decent first time out, knowing what we know. I don't expect to like make a Paranormal Activity or Blair Witch Project, but
Well, I mean, as long as the format's quite simple, I think simple can be effective. As soon as you start to add too many things into it, I think that's when it can get a little muddled. But I think the caliber of found footage, especially in the last few years, from since we've been doing this, we've seen a lot of newer found footage movies, and I think the quality and the everything surrounding it, story wise, filming techniques, and all that, the quality and the standard is so high now. It's really great, because there's a lot of really great stuff. And one of my favorite films of the last, or a few of my favorite films of the last few years, I have in this like stack, so I'm excited. But it's funny because we're talking about Bay Street Video and the Criterion Collection that they have there, and that's where I wanted to start with, sort of the stuff that I've acquired recently. So I'll probably start recent to go back, I guess. But I found this quite hilarious, because when I went there, I expected to find something, but I didn't really know what to expect. And there's probably so much more that I could have asked about, but I just didn't in that moment. But one of them I got, which was my top-rated film, or my favorite film, found footage film from last year, that I put top of my list on here, was Strange Harvest. So I have a background, so it may just not show up properly. But Strange Harvest is one that I got. I got a
That was a good
DVD.
one.
And looking it up, like this is like super hard to find now for some reason. Blu-ray is like non-existent, and the DVDs are like $50 plus. I think I got this for like 35, to be honest. And apparently that's a good deal. So yeah, I got this. Was one of my favorites from last year. I think it was just so well done. Um, there was one piece about the like the AI looking fucking pictures that they had of like the people when they were showing it. Like that's really my only gripe. And other than that, I thought this was really really good. But finally finding it, like it was super cool, especially out in the wild. Um, that was a lot of fun. Um, yeah, I really really enjoyed this one.
I'm going to tell you my approach to things when I go to a video store. So I purposely put myself in a negative mood, and I tell myself, "Oh, I'm not going to find shit when I go in there." So that way, I'm nice and surprised when I get in there, and then I'm like, it's a surprise. I'm just excited to find something. So I'll purposely tell myself, "You're not going to find shit."
Yeah, I mean, really, I don't really expect, especially with found footage, because really that's the main thing I'm looking for, especially these days. I'm thinking more so, I would just like to find some random, cool, unknown found footage movie. I randomly found the last horror movie, um, and that was a big one for me. I really dug that when I watched it. It was really fun. So, um, I also found a random Blu-ray copy at the same place. A random Blu-ray copy of Megan is Missing, which which was pretty wild too. So
That's a wild one to find
yeah,
just out in the open, because knowing what that movie is and what it shows, because sexual assault scenes freak me out and they're uncomfortable to watch. But
wild.
yeah, to find something like that, and it's funny that you say that, because I found a Serbian film at one of those CD exchanges. They actually had a copy there. It was super high priced. I think it was like $50-$60 for the Blu-ray. But I was surprised to find it there, because I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's wild. That's really wild to find out there, and um, one we have as well. I actually quite enjoy that film.
The Serbian film?
Yeah.
It's a it's definitely an acquired taste, but the scenes, man, will freak you out. Not
Oh,
just the
sure.
weird, like, uncomfortable ones, but it's just like there's just weird things happening in that movie, because he's like going on a, it's not necessarily a psychedelic trip, but it is, because it's like the weird shit that they're showing you. But if you were to drop a hit of acid or take a couple of caps of mushrooms, you'd definitely freak out in that movie.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, yes. I mean, it's horrifying, but I think
Right.
the way in which the story's told and the way in which it's filmed, um, yeah, it's actually a really good film. um, but just it's horrifying. It's one of those like shock films, but it's really good. One thing I'm curious on is they made a documentary that they put through Unearthed. I think it's called a Serbian documentary,
Oh
and it just
wow. Okay.
it documents them making the film. So I think that's one I'm curious to see and find out more about the making of it. I think I'd be curious about that.
That would be something to see, because the process and that.
Yeah, for sure. And then also like meeting the director and getting his viewpoint on all the stuff is going to be
I'm sure
quite
he
interesting.
and I'm sure he'd have an interesting story or two to tell in that documentary. So
Yeah, for sure. Um, and another thing that I found at the same place, Bay Street Video, I also found is ironically one of my most or one of my least favorite or least the lowest rated I put on Letterboxd, to be honest, is the Outwaters, um, which it was on sale for like super cheap, and I've been told a few times to rewatch it. This is the Umbrella release. It's just a DVD of it, and so maybe one of these days I'll rewatch it. I think it has like the companion like shorts that I've been told to check out first before watching it. I think the main thing is really just the timing, and the payoff in the end for me was really just like not worth it. But
So there were some shorts that came out before it.
yeah, apparently there's some shorts. I think it was Eric Orange that was telling us about it, and he mentioned about some short films that were made, and that they are like a companion for it.
Mhm.
So
Okay, I don't remember that conversation, but
yeah, but yeah, that was Bay Street. That was fun. That was a cool time. I also got some other random ones. And speaking of when I was at Second and Charles, when I went in the drama section, I actually found this, and I highly recommend it. Chris Vanderkay is where I found out about it, and it's Operation Avalanche.
okay.
This is by Matt Johnson. Matt Johnson is part of Nirvana, the band. The show is a TV, like a web series that they made, which has turned into a film, which I have also just gotten recently, which I'll probably show off because I actually have two copies of it, two versions. So I'll show that together. But yeah, it's one of the highest rated films of this year. It's got a 4.3 on Letterboxd. And I think in terms of Canadian films, it's that and Project Hail Mary are like neck and neck with the score. Yeah,
Have you seen Project Hail Mary?
I haven't. No.
Oh, it was such a good movie, man. I didn't expect it to be that good. Like I was even like it even touched my heartstrings a little bit. I'm pretty sure I cried at one point.
Yeah, I'm sure. But yeah, this is if you, I think you'd probably really like this, David. It's about these two CIA agents who go undercover with NASA to try and find a mole in the unit, who they think is like a Russian mole that's feeding intelligence to them, and ultimately they pose as like documentary filmmakers. So it's all filmed from like the old school, like it's during like the Cold War. So it's around about the time when the moon landing was happening. So they ultimately helped to fake the moon landing type thing. So it's kind of like a based on true events style, like cinematic old school found footage film, because they're filming on like tape and stuff. So it's like you have like the big camera. It's not like a handheld handy camera or whatever, because it's like in the 60s. But really, really good, and highly recommend it. It's really, really well done. And I watched this, and then I watched The Dirties, and then we went to go, or I watched this, then we went to go see Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. Then I watched The Dirties, and I'm like immediately like obsessed with Matt Johnson. So, yeah, this is one to definitely check out.
Yeah, I saw it's on Tubi right now, so I'm gonna put that on my list to watch.
Oh yeah,
and
David, I think you'll really get a kick out of it for sure.
Oh yeah, I'll check it out. And I apologize to everybody in advance if you hear me smacking while I'm talking. I'm eating Starburst and I refuse to stop.
That's all good. I have a cherry Coke from Chick-fil-A.
You know, I don't know about it.
Helping me.
Chick-fil-A has cherry Coke.
Oh, they do here? It's good shit.
If I don't have it at mine, I'm going to be incredibly jealous, John.
Yeah. You should have it.
I should, but I might not, because we get certain privileges in different countries. You get cherry Coke, and I get whatever Chick-fil-A has over here that you don't. So.
Hell yeah. Yeah, another film that I got recently, which I made a video about it on our Instagram, which if you haven't seen it, check it out. But it's Fox Hollow, and this one I grabbed the DVD. The Blu-rays were out of print or whatever, but I had to grab the DVD because Tom Hughes is our boy. And yeah, this was so good. If you haven't seen it, it's on I believe POV horror is where it's on. Highly recommend it. He has a new film coming out. He has a bunch of stuff actually coming out, which is just fantastic work. And I was able to see a cut of his latest found footage film, which was spectacular. So it's called Wishing Well Road. So
I'm curious to know. Have you looked at POV horror lately? Because I got to see it in its early stages, where they had like 10 movies on there, and one of them was a museum project. That's where I found it originally, and they had a paid tier and a free tier, but that was like years ago. So I haven't seen like if their libraries expanded significantly.
no, I haven't. Checked it out honestly. Maybe we should. Give it a go
I
and see
agree.
what we can find on POV horror. I don't know if there is a free tier. You just don't really. I don't really see them posting about it or really promoting it. I guess they're just still in that phase of just if you know type deal. But yeah, I'd be curious. To check it out and see what they have. For sure, there's a couple of films that we know and love that are on there for sure. So
So right now they've got a pricing plan. I decided to jump in and look at it. So they got a $6.99 a month or $50 a year. Sounds very in line with similar prices like for found footage or found TV. Let's see, categories: hero playlist, collection, series, preview, or exclusives. Let's look at recently added. So they got like the last horror movie, Be My Cat, The Quarry. I've never heard of The Quarry. Match to Kill. They even got a series on here called Followed, Wild Man in Kentucky. Sorgai Prokov, that one's on there.
oh yeah, nice.
Unaired is on there. And there seems to be a found footage like series on there that I don't recognize, so I don't know. It might be worth a look at the subscription and see what they got, because there might just be some things that we can't find that are on there.
Yeah, maybe we can give a look.
Yeah, they've got the categories are like hero playlist coming soon, last chance to watch, collection series, preview exclusive of dark web films, Halloween themed found footage, Bad Ben movies, The Haunted World of CW, Ghosts, Paranoia horror, Redneck horror, Possession is 9/10 of the Law, Phobias, paranormal horror, supernatural, vampires, werewolves, witches, B horror, films by star ranking. They've got a lot of categories on here that break things down. So I mean, there's even shit that says a cult film, Possession is 9/10 of the Law. So I don't know what that's about, but
it's probably just like a demon possession type.
Right. Oh, interesting. They've got an alien movie on here called Space Clown. That might be interesting.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it might be worth a look here. Find people listening to this podcast right now to check out POV horror. They've got some stuff on there. They've really expanded since the last time I first looked at it when they were first out and about.
Yeah, I do think I do really think that found TV is really the place to be. I think considering the fact that they have ultimately have announced that they've got like the largest selection, so like it outbeats Tubi and it outbeats POV. So like I still think found TV is probably the best way to find and digest found footage, especially new wave found footage. They're getting a lot of original content, a lot of new content, and still acquiring content for them. So yeah, it's really cool.
Oh yeah, for sure. Found TV is always going to be my home base for found footage.
Hell yeah. Another random film that I got. I think this was one that I got from my birthday. It's like a common theme where people get me like random found footage movies, and I absolutely love it. This one is a bit more of a hybrid, but it has a bit of a story for me, which I didn't really realize at the time. I just saw it and was like, "All right, cool." So it's a movie called The Remaining, and this is more of a hybrid, to be honest, but it's about the rapture that happens, and it's so it's a bunch of guys that are at a wedding, so it's their friend's wedding, and they're like documenting it, obviously to film the wedding. So they have like handy cams and stuff, and everyone's sort of with that. And then the rapture happens, and a bunch of people just start fucking dropping dead or like disappearing and shit. So, but this is actually made by a guy called Casey LaScala, and one of my all-time favorite films is a movie called Grind.
Oh yeah.
It's a skateboard film that I saw when I was younger and absolutely fell in love with it the minute I watched it, and I've been obsessed with it ever since. I immediately got a skateboard and tried to learn how to skate just because I saw the film and I was like, "Oh, these guys make it look so easy. I should be able to do that." Try to just go in a straight line was hard enough. Never mind try to do a kickflip or nollie heel flip or whatever.
Did you break a butt cheek?
No, but my friend Mike, he tried to teach me how to skateboard. He can skate a bit, and I landed an ollie.
Okay.
With a kickflip, I landed an ollie, but and then I put my leg on the ground and had my other leg on the skateboard, and we were on a decline. So my foot was planted, and then the board started to roll away. So it just took my leg with it, and it like split my legs open. And I just fell back.
I learned very early on, maybe about 8 years old. My brother was into skateboarding, so I'm fat in my older years. I was fat as a child. The weight distribution is off when you're a fat person in general. An 8-year-old fat kid that gets on a skateboard does not end well, because when you do it on concrete, there's a very loud splat when you hit the ground, and it's very painful. So I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, I gave up my dreams of being a professional skateboarder at that point.
I feel like anybody that sees any kind of interest, whether you actually skateboard or not, or the premise of a skateboarding movie, will resonate with one that they grew up with. Like it was that one. And then for me, when I was a kid, it was Gleaming the Cube was the skateboard movie that I was introduced to.
Oh yeah, Gleaming the Cube is one that you showed me as well. I think we watched Grind and Gleaming the Cube.
Yeah, we watched it at the lake house.
Yeah, we did. We'll probably do that again. Sure.
I think we even saw Rad.
Oh yeah, Rad. Oh yeah, we didn't watch Grind. We watched Rad. That was the one. Hell yeah. Well, I think I realized that my stack was way too big because we were talking in between. So I'm gonna quickly go through some other stuff that I've acquired.
All right.
So these are.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say these are some random ones I haven't seen yet, but I've either been told about them or I found it randomly. One in particular is called Dead Genesis. And we found this at a random bookstore, and it looks fucking terrible, but it's super random and probably is a bit more of a hybrid. But yeah, it's like a zombie apocalypse one, so definitely checking that out. Another one that I haven't seen that we were told about from Brad, who made Transylvania Tapes. He mentioned America's Deadliest Home Video.
Yeah.
So then immediately, like after that, because we were talking about how it was super hard to find, he immediately sends me a link and he's like, "Hey, by the way, this website has America's Deadliest Home Video for like $3 or $4 or something." I'm like, yes. So I immediately grabbed it. It's in the watch list. I haven't seen it yet. And another one we got told about from Rich Waters was The Den. and like literally like went to Virginia and then saw this in a random movie store. So we were super excited about that. And
Nice.
that's it for the DVDs. Those are some fun ones that I've found. Let me see here. A couple I got for my birthday, particularly one that I'm really excited about, was Dream Eater. Dream Eater's awesome. This is like the special edition, so like the cover is different. It has
Oh, it's got the slip.
yeah, and it also comes with this rad like poster, which and the discs are cool. So it has the DVD and the Blu-ray. So
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah.
But
That was a
also-
weird movie, man.
I really dug it. I thought it was awesome, and I was really excited when we got the chance to speak to them, and yeah, it was fun.
That was we spoke to 3 people on that one, right?
That's right. Yeah, we
Yeah.
spoke to Mallory, Alex, and I'm doing too much. The name escapes me, but yes, Blind Luck Pictures are the ones that did that. Jay Drakulich.
Yeah.
Yes, and yeah, they were awesome. They were super cool. I actually found out that I messaged Alex and told him, and he told me to send across the poster and they would sign it for me. So I think I'm going to do that. They're in Toronto, so
Hell yeah.
I think I'm going to do that. Another thing I got for my birthday was VHS Halloween, which we needed that for the other VHS movies that we have. I'm pretty sure I have them all now. And the only one I don't have on Blu-ray, I think, is VHS, the first one.
I've started picking them up one by one. That's actually one of my recent pickups. I got a VHS movie.
Hell yeah. And then the other 2 I got for my birthday were from you, good sir. One of which is Deadstream, the Steelbook.
Dude, I was ecstatic to find that on a Steelbook because how many found footage movies other than Cloverfield do you know are Steelbooks?
Hell yeah. This was sick. And then also, because we spoke about it a bunch in the past, but you said this was one of your favorites, is the Europa Report.
Yeah.
So
anything with space, aliens, otherworldly things, I'm all for it.
Hell yeah. And then another random like upgrade I got was Afflicted on Blu-ray.
Oh, nice.
That was a cool upgrade. So
here's my question. You have a significantly larger video collection than I do between you and Serena. So let's say, for instance, you go pick up a Blu-ray version of the DVD copy. Do you eventually change it out? Like, do you go sell the DVD to like one of the video stores or something?
For the most part, yeah. Unless it's like one that you're like, we have a thing with different covers. Sometimes the DVD or Blu-ray has a different cover from each other, and one might be cooler than the other. For example, we got for my Christmas, I believe, I got a copy of Antiviral, which is it's not a found footage movie. It's a movie by Brandon Cronenberg, but it's one of my favorites of his. She'd got me that from Severin, had a really great release of it, and so we had it on DVD, but the DVD, like, it's a really cool, like, it's a 4K Severin version of it, which with a completely different cover. But the original one, the DVD, has a really cool, creepy looking cover with him in the front of it with like a needle and stuff. So like things like that we usually keep. But for the most part, if we upgrade, we usually get rid of the DVD.
So yeah, that part I can see, because there's certain movies that I like are like near and dear to my heart. So I have like different versions. Like for example, the 1985 Legend movie. I've always said that's like one of my favorite movies. So I have a DVD copy, a VHS copy, a Blu-ray copy, but also Arrow came out with a special edition. It's very much the same as the Blu-ray, but it's got different artwork on the cover. So I want to get it just simply for that. So that part I understand.
Yeah, I think as well, if you have favorite ones and things that you like, then definitely you like to keep them around.
Yeah.
Another place we like to go to is a place called Vinegar Syndrome in Toronto. It's Vinegar Syndrome is a boutique label movie store. They sell a lot of like fancy. They put out their own like releases of things, but they also have a lot of fancy stuff. There's a few that I also have. I got the Found Footage Phenomenon documentary. I got that on Blu-ray. That was cool. It's a cool set.
Dude, I've been trying to find that one on the cheap, and it's not cheap.
Yeah, I think I got it. Like, it was cheap when I got it. I feel like cheap as I thought it would be, to be honest. Yeah, maybe more out of print now. I didn't see it last time I went, so I think it's probably gone now. But I went there one time, and I got two. I got two movies. One I got was called the McPherson tape.
Fuck yeah.
Which this one has the alternate cover of UFO abduction.
Oh wow, that's fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's got like a switching like a alternative sleeve, so it can switch to be the McPherson tape or UFO abduction. Excuse me. And then the other one I got was a movie called I Blame Society, and it sounds mad when I looked it up on Letterboxd, but this was one that also I saw that Chris Vander kept talking about, and it was that's the back of it, which is pretty gnarly looking.
Looks like a medallion.
Yeah, it's a film camera.
Well, it's a medallion. No, it's a film camera.
Yeah, but no, this seems like it's like a weird sort of like comedy type one. The way I kind of perceived it was kind of like Spree in that sort of modern sense without the streaming aspect of it. So
Right.
that's kind of what I was hoping for. I also got Zeros and Ones, which is Eugene Kotlyarenko's first film, which was really cool to find.
Hell yeah. And you've been finding all the found footage, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, like that's not even that. I still even have others. Like I've got Project Almanac, Alone with Her, A Night in the Woods. Like these are ones I haven't even touched yet. I've like been so crazy busy and with stuff. So
Yeah.
that's,
Life gets busy,
that's
man.
Some of the stuff I've gotten recently. I feel like there's so many others. And probably some I even forgot about that I just didn't grab when I was through. But yeah, I've been trying any time that I'm out at a place that sells movies, I'm always looking for found footage because I think it's a genre that needs to be kept alive, and I think it will be kept alive as the future progresses. And it's always fun to find them in the wild. So if you have like a consignment store or a thrift store or a boutique label store, go and check them out and see what you can find. If you find found footage, then I mean, even tag us, let us know what you got, let us know, let's see your found footage stacks.
Yeah. See, I feel that horror movies on social media get a lot of love in the stacks, right? But we don't see very many found footage stacks. We need to start making that a hashtag on Instagram. Show us your found footage stack.
Hell yeah.
Or found footage stacks. That would be superb.
Hell yeah. That's what we'll do for this episode. We'll get the found footage stacks out.
Hell yeah. And I've also had a couple of pickups myself here in the last little bit. So Mercari has been a good place to shop for some found footage movies, but also my local video stores as well. Now, oddly enough, this one I have had for a while, but I have not mentioned. But this one I picked up out of all places It was a Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree for like a short period of time had this wave of DVDs and Blu-rays that came through that were like incredibly cheap. I'm pretty sure it was only like a couple of dollars, but it's the Night Visitor Chronicles, and I'm trying to like put my face on
Oh,
it. And this one has Night Visitor 1 and 2.
hell yeah. That's awesome.
And I'm just gonna turn off my background because this is ridiculous. It's re goddamn ridiculous. All right, there we go. So, and it's still gonna do it anyways because it's a piece of shit, the background thing, but whatever. But if that helps. And then it's got the background 2 in there. But this one is actually just on one DVD. It's got both movies on there. I feel like maybe I've seen the first Night Visitor, but I don't remember. So I need to rewatch it. So I got that one. Not of all places, a Dollar Tree, right? That's super weird. And then this one, my local chain here, the CD DVD exchange. This one has Jennifer Carpenter in it, and this one is Quarantine, which is probably like the similar knockoff to Wreck.
Yeah, this was a shot. It's a mostly shot for shot remake of Wreck, like an English language Wreck,
Right.
which is wild. And Wreck has like four movies, which I didn't realize until probably the last couple of years. There's like four.
Yeah, I thought there was only 2, man. I didn't even know there was 4.
Yeah.
That's new to me. But yeah, I got that one. I got that one there. I also found Unfriended Dark Web. This one, I like this one more than Unfriended. And this one also has the sleeve as well. It's got the looks pretty much the same thing, but it's got the sleeve for the protection or just the artwork on the outside.
Yeah, I'm with you. I preferred Unfriended Dark Web to Unfriended.
It was just done so much better, man. Like the whole thing, like the cameras, as far as the videos, and then the people that were popping in from the dark web and stuff like that. That shit was fucking. I highly recommend it if you haven't watched it. If you've seen Unfriended and you thought it was decent, watch this one because it is going to be way fucking better.
Hell yeah.
And then another one I picked up because it's one of my favorite in the series is VHS 99. My favorite one is the Hell World, the last one at the end. That one was a good one for me. Also was it the second one, the Play or Die?
First one.
First one.
Yep. Maggie, the one that Maggie Levin made,
Right.
the punk band that goes to the with Bitch Cat.
The and to be fair, I mean, all these were decent stories, right? The how some VHS movies are hit or miss, like the Halloween one. There was one or two in there that were hit or miss. But this one was great all the way around. So
that one truly, like, for me is the ultimate. Like, I think that's the best one that they've ever made. And I don't know if it's just bias or not, but yeah, I truly think that all of them, like, I loved all of them. The Gawkers was such a great one.
yeah, the Gawkers.
Yeah.
Even the one where they did the game show.
Oh, Ozzy's Dungeon.
Ozzy's Dungeon, and they did the family of the girl that got injured. They fucking kidnapped him, and then they did a whole thing with him too at home in the basement. It was like, wow, that was intense, man. That was just insane.
Yeah, it was so good. Such a good movie.
And last but not least, I mentioned that, like, I've been shopping on Mercari for different movies to see what they got on there. I was able to find a copy of the Collinswood Story.
So jealous that you have the slip.
Yeah, man. I didn't know that yours didn't have a slip. I didn't know, like, the slip was a thing of it till I got it. But so it's got the slip that looks like that, but then it's also got the the artwork that it has on the actual Blu-ray itself. But that's wild, man, that yours didn't come with the slip.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got it at like Amazon or something, and it with when it comes to like slips or special editions or whatever, they're always hit or miss. It also didn't come with the that one also comes with like art like cards inside it, like art
Oh yeah,
cards.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I got the art card.
Yeah, mine didn't come with that either. So I wonder if they just like did like a limited run of that, and then they had like a re-release of just the regular Blu-ray, but it's the same like artwork that you have in the cover and same interchangeable cover.
Yeah, it's like so there's one right there,
Yeah.
and then it's got one on the other side too.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
And then they got this one right here. And this one's weird because it's not printed the same way as the other one. So you actually have to flip it and then turn it, and now it's the other side. I don't know, that was like a misprint or something like that, but interesting.
No, the other one's the same. You have to flip it around and like.
Do I? Oh no, you're right. You're absolutely right. I did show it to you upside down. What an idiot.
But anyway, yeah.
But yeah, those were my pickups. And of course, I picked up other stuff that's not found footage, but we are a found footage podcast. So I don't want to bore you with all the extra other ones.
Hell yeah, no, that's cool, man. I'm loving the found footage, physical media. It's always such a thrill, especially if when you're fans of the genre. Like, it's one that just doesn't get enough in terms of love and physical release and things like that. And it's cool because especially when you meet people who were in found footage movies and like they go on to do other things, and when you get them to like sign stuff or do stuff or whatever, it's always a fun little thing. I think I'm hoping one day I'll get the chance to meet Casey Lascala because I really I'm on our rampage to get my a copy of Grind like signed by everyone. So far I've just got one signature on it, and it's Jimmy Wilson, which is Jeremy London.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember when you had gone to go get it signed.
I met the London brothers. That was pretty cool. They were fucking so cool, so rad, and yeah.
And I think when you're searching for found footage out in the wild like that, like at video stores, it's so much like more excitement to find it, because I mean, how many between the 20 Saw movies that were made, how easily are you going to find those in the horror section?
Oh, yeah.
There's like multiple copies of every Saw movie and Nightmare on Elm Street and all the normal ones or known ones, typical ones that you would find there. And then, you know, you come across like Apartment 143 or something like that. And it's like, wow, you know, you didn't expect to find this out here because it's so hard to find. So
Yeah.
if you're looking for physical media and you do have some of these video stores in your city or town, I highly recommend checking them out. Just kind of go through those areas thoroughly, like comedy, drama, thriller. You might get lucky and also find those outside of the horror section, like John said.
Yeah. Like another example of that is like Project X. Project X would be considered like the found footage style because it's all filmed on like cameras and stuff like that. And that's one. Obviously, that's going to be the comedy section. But I found Operation Avalanche in drama, I think, and it was down the bottom shelf, and I just was like looking through because I'm one of the main things I'm looking for. And if anyone ever comes across a copy of it that's not like a gajillion dollars, is a copy of 0 Day, which is just fantastic and so well done. And that's what I'm on the hunt for. I'm always checking every time I go, always checking for 0 Day. And Bay Street Video, they actually had it. They have a lot of rentals, so you can rent movies there. They had it. They actually had it to rent.
Did you try to bargain with the guy to buy it?
No, I didn't. It was my first time there, and I was just kind of like, it was late.
Oh.
So
I would have been like, how much do I got to give you to get this off the rental shelf and into my house permanently?
See, I think what they would do is they would give me like a rental case and then give me the disc, and then I think it would be cool, but like it wouldn't be like an actual copy of the film. Like
you would want it all original.
they would have like a printed copy on the DVD thing and then give you that. It would be cool to have like the sticker on it and stuff, but like, yeah, I want to find it. I'm going to hold out, and I'm holding hope that one day I will find it. So
Justice for John and Zero Day.
you know, but yeah, no, it's fun. It's great, and there's especially nowadays, like there's a lot of and found TV. Like found is really great for them now having like physical Blu-rays and DVDs. I think it's Blu-rays mostly of their originals that they're putting out, which is fantastic. I was fortunate enough to win a giveaway for a copy of Go to Sleep that we watched when we interviewed
yeah.
So they had a competition for the first weekend of the release that you had to take a picture in front of your TV watching it. And I think if I didn't win, I should have won points for most creative, because I feel like I was the most creative because I was like right up in Chris's face. So
yeah, I felt like you were going to violate him at some point through the TV.
Not quite, but I can see how that looks.
But I mean, it's been a good year for found footage. You know, there's been a lot of releases. We've even seen a director come out of making a YouTube movie into the mainstream with his first successful like major mainstream movie with Obsession, Curry Barker, and I think that's great, man. It's not very often you see somebody that comes out of making found footage movies, you know, out there like that. And it's not just him, but you know, Kane Parsons that did the Backrooms videos on YouTube has come out with the Backrooms this year. That one got very mixed reviews, and I feel like the mixed reviews were people that didn't see the short videos on YouTube to understand the Backrooms. They just went into it blindly because it's an A24 movie. But that was an excellent movie, man. I quite enjoyed it. And Obsession too. Obsession was fucking great.
Oh yeah, it was. It deserves all the praise, I think. But I agree with you on Backrooms. So I really enjoyed Backrooms, and in the run up to it, I was also sort of ingesting all of the shorts that were on YouTube. I also watched a video breakdown where someone literally just was like, "Here's what you need to know about the Backrooms," like rather than an over complicated like, you know, tier system, or like, you know, talking for 35 minutes, you know, rambling on. It actually was quite comprehensive, and it was very minimalist in terms of what it was explaining to you, but it really wasn't like, it wasn't giving away any plot or anything. It was just mainly just like, here's what the Backrooms is, here's how it's been portrayed, here is a bit more about the company that's sort of investigating, or you know, in the back rooms trying to find out what the fuck it is. So it was that, like, I found that incredibly helpful, and when I went in, I was just like, "Whoa, cool!" And then the found footage part of it in the film, when Clark goes down into the back rooms and he pulls in his young sales associates.
Oh yeah.
To go and venture in and take the video camera with them, like that was awesome. I really thought.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, overall the movie, man, I quite enjoyed it, and I'm stoked for them to put the second one out and just continue the story, and hopefully we get more backstory on it, and it just goes further down the rabbit hole. So I'm excited for. But what I was going to mention was I started watching, because people are posting them now on Instagram, clips of those shorts that Curry Barker did before or during Milk and Cereal, where he's doing like comedy sketches. And I was watching one where he's sitting on the couch with his girlfriend, and he's got the Pringles can of the mini Doritos, and he puts his dick inside of it, and he's pretending like he's eating chips, and he tries to offer her some, and she wouldn't take any because she didn't want any. And then his buddy comes in, and then he sits down right next to, "Are those Dorito minis?" And he's got his hand over it, right? Because he knows what he's about to do. He's going to try to take some. And then he moves his hand for whatever reason. He goes, "Oh man, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try some of these," or whatever he says. And he sticks his hand inside the fucking can. And then everything just stops. His face changes. He looks at Curry, and they look at each other. He pulls his hand out, and he's looking at him like, "What the fuck, dude?" That shit had me dying, man. It was good shit.
Yeah, some of their short, some of their like the comedy skits that they do are really really good. So their channel's called That's a Bad Idea, and they were predominantly known for doing the comedy sketches, like, and then he's also been doing like horror shorts. So there's a few, particularly like Milk and Cereal was one that definitely got a lot of traction. There was also one called The Chair, which is another one that got a lot of traction, and really cemented him as like someone who was like the next generation of horror filmmaker. Like I think those definitely got a lot of praise from the horror community, and ultimately led to him um, making Obsession and like it premiering at TIFF and then ultimately being acquired at TIFF. It was the premiere of the film was at Toronto International Film Festival, and that's where everything changed for him, man. And yeah, I couldn't be prouder. Like we covered Milk and Cereal on the first anniversary of it coming out, which was wild. So we had a brief interaction with Cooper, who
Right.
is like co-creator, co-writer, co-whatever, partner. Cooper was awesome, super nice. He's also in Obsession. He's in everything that they do, and I think it's great. I'm really looking forward to their next project, which is called, I think it's like Nothing But Ghosts,
Yeah.
or Anything But Ghosts, or something along those lines.
Something about ghosts.
Yeah, something about ghosts, and it's got Aaron Paul is going to be in it, as well as Bryce Dallas Howard, which is pretty wild. And it's going to be Curry and Cooper are going to be like the main stars in it, and apparently they're like paranormal investigators who are kind of like con artists until they like finally actually like meet a really bad supernatural entity. So
I'm all for it, man.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I think it's going to have comedy. I think it's going to have a lot of horror in it. I think it's going to be awesome. So,
did I read online correctly that they've also asked Barker to, is it a reboot or a remake or a continuation of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Correct. Yeah, he's going to be doing a reboot. I think it's a reboot or remake. I don't know. Reboot, I think, of Texas Chainsaw. Which, I mean, I'd be curious on it. Like, I'm not going to count them out. I think it's that like comedy or YouTube filmmakers are now coming into the spotlight. There's another filmmaker called Dylan Clark, and he made a short called Portrait of God, and he's made another few shorts, but Portrait of God is the one that he's most known for. It was picked up by Jordan Peele. He's producing that, I think, with James Wan, maybe, or some other big horror filmmaker. They're producing it and making a feature-length version of Portrait of God. But another thing that Dylan Clark is also famous for now is that he is remaking or rebooting Blair Witch Project, which was just
that I'm excited for.
That's going to be in 2027 in September. So,
did you see not found footage related, but while we're still here talking about it, in December there's a movie called Werewolf that's coming out, but it's spelled like where and then WULF.
Yeah, it's Robert Eggers.
Eggers
for The Witch was his most prominent and probably his best. I don't think you can really top that. But yeah, he's known for that, and he also did Nosferatu, The Northman.
I saw that was pretty good. I haven't seen Nosferatu yet.
Nosferatu was whatever. I didn't really buy into the hype. A lot of people really fucking loved it, but I wasn't a huge fan. I thought it was kind of too long and too dumb. But Werewolf, I'm excited to check out. Yeah, his stuff is he likes to set it in like a specific period in time, and he's very much like very true to the language and the stuff like that of the time, which is cool. So I'm excited to check it out.
Yeah, it seems like every director has their, specifics, but I guess that's what, makes them them, and their movies their movies. So, but I mean, everybody's entitled to have one bad movie at least, I think it's a problem when it's like several bad movies, but um, the I don't know how Barker's going to do the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm excited to see it just because it's him, and he's got a fresh take on things. Like he's got a new perspective of the horror genre. So and he's you can tell from his skits. I mean, even he can act too. He's got a sense of humor. Milk and cereal. I mean, he played a great fucking crazy person. So the guy's just overall good. So I'm excited to see what he does with it, and I'm all for it. So.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm excited. It's a great time for horror right now, especially like the found footage genre specifically. A lot of really cool stuff coming out. One movie I want to highlight is a new film by the creator, one of the directors of Charman, which I really dug, which is a great like found footage comedy movie that we loved. We had him on the show, and we'll probably have him on again in the near future to talk about his new project, which is called A House Most Haunted, and it's now available to rent on Amazon. You can buy or rent on Amazon, but you can check it out. There's a website for it. Look up A House Most Haunted; it's going to pop right up. But yeah, check that out. I'm excited to give it a watch. I haven't checked it out yet, but that's one I'm excited to check out. So.
Oh yeah, man. There's some good stuff coming this year. So far, May was an epic month for horror, but we'll see how everything turns out in the coming months because we still got a lot of shit that's coming out. And horror aside, if you're a fan of Marvel movies like I am, got some great stuff coming up with that too as well. So I'm excited. I'm excited for this year in movies in general. There's a lot of good shit coming out this year.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, it's a good time to go back to the movie theater and
Fuck yeah.
and check
Now
it
they
out.
could just lower the prices on popcorn just a little bit. It's a little less painful. But if you grew up in a Mexican poor household like I did, we still utilize the fact that we sneak in snacks to the movies too. I'm not afraid to sneak in a whole pizza under my shirt.
There you go. If you can do it, do it.
Do it.
Do it.
I've seen these TikTok videos of people that sneak in like a whole rotisserie chicken, and they're just sitting there just picking away at the chat like, Jesus, how did you manage to get that in there?
Yeah, that's a funny trend that people are doing when it's like the because when they come through and they like check the rows and all that, and like
Right.
they're coming by, they're like eating like fucking a whole like sushi tray, or like one of them's got like a seafood boil, and they're like eating the core and then like cracking open a crab leg or whatever. Yeah, it's funny shit.
It's good shit, man. It's funny because I've seen a couple of videos like that on TikTok where people are eating in the theater like that, and then the flashlight comes and they stop like mid, just like pause, like raccoons when you find them in the dumpster and you shine the light on them and they just pause.
Yeah, it's funny, man. It's good. I like that trend.
I even saw a video of a couple where they're walking into the theater with a baby carrier, and they got a blanket over it because there's a baby inside, and they're going to the movie theater, and they put the baby thing down, they open it up, and it's like a whole family meal Popeye's chicken, and they're just like pulling out all the sides and the chicken and shit, and they're just going to town with it. That was pretty smart. I did not think of getting a baby carrier and packing it with snacks and shit and just fucking going to town in there. That was actually very smart.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's some funny stuff, man.
But I found that some theaters still like I think it's Regal that will still check you at the ticket booth. They'll make you open up your purse and your bags and they'll look inside. But if you go like to Cinemark or Alamo Draft House, things like that, they don't check your shit. They don't care. But there are still a theater or two chains out there that will have somebody there looking in purses and bags. I went to go see I don't remember what I went to go see there at Regal, but me and a friend of mine, we went gone, and she had her purse, and she had a big purse, And thankfully, it was all that we were sneaking in were pickles because I brought 2 big pickles from the house that I had in the refrigerator, and she had them stuffed under her wallet. So she just opened the bag real quick and they looked inside, and that was it. But imagine if I had told her to put in like 2 subs and 2 bags of chips, it would have been like, damn, we're caught.
Yeah, they can't. You can't. You can hide a pickle.
Yeah, you can hide a pickle. I had
Yeah.
my pickle all the time.
But yeah, no, that's fun. It was. Some days it's good to just sort of sit back and talk about some stuff that you enjoy, like found footage, physical media, and upcoming movies and movie news and things like that.
Yeah, it's good to sit back and shoot the shit. I'm actually curious, and anybody that's listening to this podcast right now, if you're excited for anything that's coming up, be sure and send us a message on Instagram, drop a comment on any of the videos or podcast streams, things like that. Spotify now lets you comment. The YouTube one, you can even comment on there. Shoot us a message on a post or on Instagram, and happy to shoot the shit with you.
Hell yeah.
You might hear from John a little bit more than I will because he's more of a social butterfly than I am. But one of us will get back to you.
Which ironically I'm not. I definitely have my moments, but yeah, no, definitely let us know if you've been collecting some found footage media. Definitely let us know. I think I'm also gonna I'll do like a found footage stack, and let's get it rolling. Let's get the found footage stack to be a cool trend, and check out some of your found footage. I have a bunch, so like I'll probably do like themed ones in the future, paranormals, anything, horror comedy, whatever. I'll yeah, maybe I'll curate something, but I'll probably show off the stuff that I got recently and all the things that I've been showing off, so that you can join in. And yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, check us out. All We Found a Tape. Instagram at We Found a Tape is the best place to reach us. You can also check us out on Facebook as well. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and can't wait to see what we do next.
Have a great week. Look out for found footage stacks. We'd like to see you post some found footage stacks as well online. Let's start the trend hashtag found footage stacks and see where we go with it. Me and John will put one out of some of our favorites here within the next day or two, and just be on the lookout for that and see if we can get it going here in the found footage community. Don't forget, be kind, rewind, don't go into the woods by yourself. Catch you next time.